Are we live? We're live. All right, we're live.
Oh, we're live.
Hey, you know, when we do these live things, we're new to it, first
so
off.
we're like, hey, how you doing? I was like,
You never know when it's really live.
Yeah, it's cool. But thank you for following us, Futbol Miami TV. This is the after game show for the MLS Cup, but we have a new champion, Peter.
Yeah, Portland Timbers. I mean, Atlanta.
Atlanta United, ladies and gentlemen. Atlanta United.
So, the funny thing is, new show, new look, new microphone. Everything changes on this show from episode to episode, so you need to make sure you watch, because while we're figuring things out, folks, you guys get to enjoy, you know, as we learn it all and stuff.
Yeah.
But Atlanta United didn't have to learn much. They learned how to hoist a trophy.
They're the new champions right now. They're getting the trophy, and we're watching it live. It's pretty damn cool, man. I want that for our team, Inter Miami. Hopefully, it's going to happen soon.
Except it'll be what, pink confetti?
Yeah, because right now they got the red confetti. They're raising the flag, the trophy, and everything right now. I was gonna say flag. I don't know why.
Well, but now we got some light.
Yeah, we got light. Now we're live.
Now, yeah. You know, we've been drinking a little bit. You know, again, this channel is still really, really young, and so you know we're growing with you guys and with your help. Hey, and you know, make sure to like and subscribe to these videos.
And like these guys right here, Inter Miami, because they're the best team in the world. They haven't played yet, but they're gonna be the best team in the world. So just so you guys know. But anyways, Peter, let's talk about the game. What an exciting game, man! You know, it was really cool throughout the whole thing. But one of the things that we mentioned was that Miami, we've come to this same bar, as a matter of fact, for almost like the past 10 years. And one of the things that we talked about was, let's hope they mention Miami as an expansion team. And
well, every year, we're sitting here at halftime. You know, they always bring Garber on. Yeah. John Garber, MLS commissioner. They always bring him on. He always talks about expansion. This year was no different.
Right.
And we're always sitting there waiting, like, on bated breath. The entire bar stops. It's quiet. Are we going to hear them talk about Miami? This was the first year we didn't have to worry about them talking to Miami. We didn't care they talked about Miami because we're already in. Now it was talking about any other city.
Yeah. And that's one of the best things, because it took so long that every year we were like waiting for them to mention our team or our city, and it finally happened. And now we're coasting now, folks.
Now we can just sit back and enjoy, watch Atlanta. They're happy. I'm watching it on the TV over there, and the funny thing is, we're sitting here. I think most of the bar was pro Atlanta.
Yeah, I think so too, because I saw a couple of T-shirts.
They're in the South.
There's a couple of T-shirts from the Timbers, a couple of out of place fans, I guess, but they're enthusiastic. I bet of course, but it was mostly Atlanta people. Well, not Atlanta people.
I think it's just that people here are supporting Atlanta because they're in the South.
Yeah,
right. We're gonna hate them in 2 years, right? You know, one more season we have to watch. But the interesting thing will be we'll talk about that a little bit later. Let's talk about in the 15th minute what happened.
Yeah. You saw my notes, because I did my notes.
I saw you looking,
because I don't want to forget, because we were drinking beer. So But the 15th minute, there was a questionable penalty on Martinez.
That's not a question.
Yeah.
It was a penalty.
Okay.
Should have been.
I don't know. Well, for me, it was I don't know. It was like borderline. It could have been. It could not have been. But
my biggest issue is it wasn't even looked at. They got the VAR. They didn't even look at it. The game could have been completely different.
Use it the whole game.
Right.
So.
And for the most part, they didn't need it. But that one play, I think they really needed it. And, it could have changed the way the game, the outcome of the game completely. The way the game was played could have been changed. So.
That's the way it was. But, and then in the 28th minute, Almiron, I don't know if you saw Almiron, he tried like a bicycle kick-ish type thing, because it wasn't really bicycle kick. And then Antonella, he had a great save. And Antonella has a history, in South Florida. So
yeah, I mean, he played his younger years at some team called South Florida Bulls. Don't know who they are, but somewhere in South Florida. We're in South Florida.
Yeah.
But that also could be Tampa area because they have the South Florida College up there.
Yeah.
You know what? I think that's what it is. And that's the college, the Bulls.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, he also played at Bradenton.
Yeah.
Then he also played for Tampa Bay Rowdies. Eventually went to Real Salt Lake. And then Real Salt Lake, they sent him back down, and he came to Fort Lauderdale Strikers. We got to watch him a little bit, and then he was on Portland. But even with Portland, you know, last year they sent him down to the USL.
Yeah.
He is a complete MLS journeyman. He's a guy that you cheer for. I was even watching some MLS video where he's written a children's book. And so he's a real guy you could really get behind and cheer for. So you feel a little bit bad for him as he kind of goes home as a bit of a loser at this point, but in life he's not a loser. You know, he's the kind of guy that really was worked his way up, a journeyman MLS player. Great story, and that was a really good save on his part.
Definitely, and you know, so far in like the first half, it looked like the Timbers were like disrupting Atlanta.
Yeah.
That was pretty impressive, I thought. But
Until
what happened after that? Bam! Defensive mistake when they were doing so well, and Martinez scores.
Yeah. I mean, there was just kind of a classic defense, kind of the ball bouncing around, and you don't do that with Martinez anywhere near the ball. He's going to capitalize, and he did. He looked great. You know, I think I said in the beginning that I thought Portland would have to kind of sit back a little bit and just hold on.
It looked like they were going to do that too.
No, but they went after him. They were attacking. They were looking really good. But Atlanta has more firepower at the end of the day. You make a mistake and they'll make you pay for it.
Right, and that's what happened. And then you know, the goal, you know, from Martinez was awesome. It was a great time. People were celebrating big time. And then, you know, at the 42nd minute, there was a big save from Guzan. You know, U.S. national team goalkeeper. He stopped a really cool attempt from the Timbers. I thought that was pretty damn cool.
Yeah, that was good.
So, you know, everything was going very well. And then the halftime happened. And then, you know, the rest.
Well, at half, I mean, Portland, again, came out strong.
Yeah.
They were really pushing it hard. And that second goal really came against the run of play.
Right. And then I think at that point, the domination of Atlanta was obvious. You know, there was nothing we could do about that. They kept on going, and then whatever. Anyways, halftime happened, and they came back. And the thing that happened, Timbers were attacking big time in the first half. They tried to dominate. And then what happened? They were on fire for a little bit, and then you know, there's one other thing about the next guy who goal scores, Almiron. Almiron was you know, everybody wants him right now.
Yeah.
I think
Newcastle.
Talk about Newcastle. Newcastle wants to pay like 25 million euros or
pounds, whatever
for him. Everybody wants that guy.
Yeah, I mean, in reality, Almiron's not going to be there next year. Obviously, the coach is not going to be there next year. I think Joseph Martinez will be. I'm not sure. We'll see. This is going to be a different team next year. Next year, you know, Atlanta's now going to be in the CONCACAF Champions Cup. So it's going to be a very different season for them. Whole new coach.
Tata's going to be gone.
Right. New coach.
That's going to be different because if Almiron leaves, and Martinez might leave as well.
Maybe.
So, you know, it's going to be, that team's going to be depleted. Who's going to come in and rebuild that?
I don't know, but also it's just a tougher year because now you've got more games. That you want to get into the Champions League, right? The CONCACAF Champions League. You want to get into that. But, you know, teams very rarely do back-to-back championships. You've got a whole new slew of games. You've got to start getting ready earlier, and because of the CONCACAF games start before the MLS season starts.
Yeah.
So these guys are going to have to start focusing on that, which takes them away quite often from MLS. Look at what happened to Toronto last year.
Right. And the thing about it, everything that we're talking about is great, but there came the second goal from Escobar. From Martinez, he did a little header, and it went to Escobar, he scored. That was the game sealer right there. That was the end of the game, pretty much, because
I thought there might even been a third goal in there somewhere, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, it was a lot of domination from Atlanta. At that point, the Timbers had nothing to do, man. I just didn't see him coming back. There was like one time when they could have been close to scoring, but that basically sealed their fate, man.
But think about Timbers. I mean, Gio Savarese, his first year with the Timbers, he's got a successful coaching career in the lower division, 3 NASL championship games, wins. I think he was in 4 championship titles, won 3 of them. I mean, this is a heck of a season for Portland. They can't hang their head. I mean, it's definitely the future's bright for them. They got I was really surprised at how well Gio Savarese jumped into that team and really took them and ran with it. I mean, granted, he had a pretty good team to work with, but their previous coach, Caleb Porter, left, and that gave Gio the opportunity to jump in, and he did a great job.
He definitely did, and you know what? Both of these teams did great this season. I've been watching MLS this whole season, and they're the teams that I thought should have been at the end in the final. More than anything, Atlanta. Atlanta's just been incredibly impressive. They deserve the title. Guzan, for example, what a great goalkeeper for the U.S. national men's team.
I mean, Atlanta's just a great story.
Yeah, it is, and losing Tata is going to be a big deal. Now they kind of have to rebuild.
But everything that club has done has been first class, and so you got to have faith that they're going to make the right decisions.
Well, we're going to try to have some fans. We want to get some fan support from a lot of people over here.
All right, let's do it.
What they say, and you know, we're going to have like I want some interaction. We got our friend over here, Ken Russo.
Come here, Ken. This is our future legal expert here that's coming.
Tell us everything about soccer and MLS, all these crazy rules or whatever.
This is in the future. We'll tackle that.
Ken Russo. It's going to be Ken's Corner.
Ken's Corner. Okay. All right. That sounds good.
Tell us a little bit about what you thought about the game.
Well, I mean, it was a good game. I think Atlanta had the advantage being at home. I think that they controlled much of the match. They had a lot of possession, and you know they deserved to win. So Portland gave it a good effort, but you know Atlanta was there.
Being a Miami guy, what does that make you? What do you think? You know, you're just excited about the future.
I know there's supposed to be a team we're not going to like in a couple more years. So you know, right now we can enjoy it because, hey, our sporting director came from them. He was largely responsible for building them. So I'm sure Paul's very happy to see them win, at least for tonight.
All right.
That's the last year he's gonna enjoy them win.
Yeah.
Well,
Who else we got? Come over
here, man.
You can come over here. It's all right. We'll move over.
What's your name? Tell everybody your name.
My name is Adler, and thank you for having me.
No, what'd you think about the game?
Man, I think Atlanta was always a favorite to win the trophy. So I think Atlanta is the best team this year. So
until we get this team, right?
They deserve it.
Until we get this team right here.
2021 is gonna be all Miami.
Oh yeah.
All Miami, baby. So,
well, tell us a little bit about you. You sing,
Yeah, I do music. I do rap. I'm also have my own record label. But right now, I'm just taking my time.
Well, promote yourself right now. That's it.
I mean, the only thing I can say right now is that stay tuned. In 5 more months, I'm gonna put some more songs out. So I'm pretty sure you're gonna love it.
How would people find that?
They can find me on SoundCloud. They just gotta put Touriver. It's TOURIVER, and then they're gonna find one of my songs in there. But all I can say right now, stay tuned. I got 2 more songs to put out. So once I put them out, it's gonna be over. Game over for everybody.
What you can't see is he is rocking the coolest glitter shoes you can imagine. You can't even see those, but dude looks awesome. We saw him walking in the door. It was like, gotta grab him. Luckily, Ed knows him.
He moonwalked in here.
Moonwalked.
Man, I love soccer. So wherever soccer go, you're gonna see me there.
All right.
So one more thing, I wanna thank David Beckham for bringing soccer to Miami. So this is the best thing. We need a soccer team in Miami.
Oh, we're bringing the shoes in.
So definitely, man. So I'm so happy that we finally get it. I know it was not easy, but we finally get it. Thanks again, David Beckham. I really appreciate it.
All right, I think we got one more guy to bring in. Come on in.
What's your name? State your name.
My name is Danny Montes.
Danny, tell us what you thought about the game.
I thought it was an excellent game. I always felt like Atlanta was going to pull through. Hey, I think they had they clearly had the best season in the MLS. I think they had the best team, but
should have held the Supporter Shield too.
I would have to agree with that. But what I came away impressed with, I mean, not just tonight, but the entire season, is the level of support that Atlanta has in that community. That's an NFL stadium, 73,000 people, and they had 70,000 people in there tonight. Yeah. And it's exciting to see that, and it's exciting to see that for a team that's only in their second year in the league. They clearly have a blueprint for success that I think is going to lay the foundation for a lot of people to look at and say, you know what, I think this is the way we should go about doing things. But aside from that, it makes me more excited for the team that we're going to have, for Inter Miami to come along and say, you know what, here's an Atlanta team that they won the MLS Cup in their second year. Why not us in our first year?
We took the guy that built that team.
Exactly. So we've got the guy who was on the inside of building that team, and he's going to be building our team, and it just creates an entirely new level of excitement.
All right, great, thanks. You know, that's what really it really kind of the excitement that we all have watching this game really is just about what we can expect and hope for in the future. It really is. I'm sitting here watching this game in a different way than I've ever watched it in the past. Because now I'm just thinking this is going to be us in a couple of years. Hopefully we win a trophy.
Yeah, so many years of us, you know, watching from the outside.
Yeah.
And now we're going to be there. So it's like, you know, we're only a couple years away. Well, a year and a half.
I mean, we're a couple of years away from having a team.
Yeah.
Right? Now, let's see, how long does it take us to get into the championship? Atlanta United, 2 years.
It's going to happen the first year. Mark my words, people.
All
first
right.
year.
All right. Well, I think
taking over this league.
Taking over this league. Beckham, he was actually just talking to, Neymar, you know, saying he'll sign him in 10 years.
We're going to send Neymar, so it's, you know, no problem. So this is going to be the team you guys are going to all support. The best team in Major League Soccer.
All right, I think on that, let's wrap this sucker up. This has been a great live show. Hey, everybody, make sure you to like and subscribe this video and any other videos that you have. If you have any ideas of things you want us to cover, let us know. Talk it to us right there in the chats. So leave a message, leave a note, and we'll talk to you.
Take care.
All right, guys, let's shut it down, Ricky.